There's a study coming out of the University of Michigan which says that to meet the Biden Green New Deal targets, America has to, get this, America has to stop eating meat, stop eating poultry, fish, seafood, eggs, dairy, and animal-based fats. Okay, you got that? No burgers on July 4th. No steaks on the Barbie. I'm sure Middle America is just going to love that. Can you grill those Brussels sprouts? So get ready. You can throw back a plant-based beer with your grilled Brussels sprouts and wave your American flag. Call it July 4th green. Now, I'm making fun of this because I intend to make fun of it. This kind of thinking is stupid. It comes from a bunch of ideological zealots who don't care one whit about America's well-being. Not one whit.
How drunk is he? Is he drinking plant-based scotch? Is he drinking plant-based vodka? Is he drinking plant-based beer? He must be. Oh, my God, everybody. Holy crap. This is unbelievable. So, the new thing, the new pushback, they're not even taking on the real issues. You understand this? Okay, this is the lamest attempt at scaring America into believing bad things about job creation, infrastructure investment, and, food. Oh, my God. So there's drunk Larry Kudlow sitting on his TV show there. And this is what he said. He said that Biden wants to force Americans to, quote, stop eating meat, stop eating poultry, stop eating fish, seafood, eggs, dairy, and animal-based fats. You realize there's nothing left and we will actually have to eat the rich. You understand that, Larry? Sober up. Smarten up.
Soylent Green?
It's people. That ain't plant-based. Soylent Green was people. Everything else I just mentioned, like beer and, scotch and whiskey and vodka, plant-based, Larry, plant-based. I don't know what he's drinking, smoking, snorting, shooting, but most of that would be plant-based. Drinking, plant-based. Snorting, plant-based. Shooting, plant-based. Everything's plant-based, Larry. Everything is plant-based. I don't know. It's like, what is in your beer? Peyote? It's still a plant. Still a plant, Larry. Mushrooms, plants. Psilocybin, plants, Larry, plants. Unless he's drinking like pork Pilsner, it's all plant-based. I don't know what's wrong with these freaks. What is wrong with them? So it's like they've gone from, I don't know, the big lie, which, by the way, is still alive and well in Arizona. Do you know about that? Okay, so the big lie lives. It lives and it breathes in Arizona. There is a literal company called Cyber Ninjas. And, of course, they're based in Florida. And the owner of it is a Stop the Steal conspiracy theorist. And they are conducting some deep cover, undercover, weird, we don't want to tell anybody what we're actually doing audit of the presidential election 6 months after the presidential election, after it's been certified by the state. I mean, this is what kind of an alternative universe? So we've gone from the big lie to the completely fabricated alternative universe on these news on these freakazoid stations. I mean, it's so frightening. It's so frightening. I've never seen anything quite like this in my life. They're literally doing, I mean, you had the Secretary of State of Arizona, Katie Hobbs. She had to do a media blitz last night to try and warn Americans that you've got the, first of all, I'm going to show you the guy. This is the guy that's actually in charge of the Arizona. They're calling it an audit. There is no audit because it's been audited. There are only two companies that are allowed to do election audits in this country, and both of them did the election audit in Arizona. And remember, Fox News called Arizona on the night of the election. So did the Associated Press. The rest of the media didn't call Arizona for weeks, okay, until it was certified. Anyway, the guy who was doing the audit, his name is Doug Logan. He's from here. He's from Florida. He's a conspiracy theorist. He's been tweeting with the Watkins dude from 8kun, which used to be 8chan, which hosted the QAnon conspiracy theory because they were trying to make money off of 8chan. Okay, 8chan was purchased a long time ago, and it made no money. And so the son of the guy who bought the 8chan decided maybe if I, post conspiracy theories or something like that, maybe I could monetize 8chan. Because my dad bought it, we own it, we have it, and it's not making any money. So that's what this whole thing was. That's what all of this, conspiracy crap was. But, Michael Flynn is still part of it. Lieutenant General Michael Flynn is still part of it. And Michael Flynn is saying, Arizona was stolen. And he's still, it's just so sick. So sick. Anyway, here is the guy. His name is Doug Logan. Doug Logan was interviewed, and Doug Logan of Cyber Ninjas was asked whether or not he's taking money, and from whom was he taking money, and he doesn't want to say.
Has your company received outside donations to help supplement the contract?
Yes, sir.
How much?
I don't even know.
From whom?
I don't even know.
This is the company hired by Republicans to run the quote-unquote vote audit, and they don't know election law. They don't know who's bankrolling them. How legit is any of this?
Well, it's not legitimate at all. I mean, this is really what we're seeing as hypocrisy at its finest. They're making this up as they go along, which is not how we should do anything election-related in our state. And really, there should be no validity given to anything that comes out of this so-called audit.
So that is why the Secretary of State of Arizona is on the TV. She did just about every show you could think of last night. She was on CNN. She was on CNBC. She was on MSNBC. She was on NBC. She was everywhere. Anywhere that they would host her and have her so that she could tell people that this is a faux company. This is a fake audit. This is a bullcrap thing that's happening 6 months after the presidential. What kind of country are we living in? Holy crap. And about 30% of our population believes that plant-based beer is a bad thing and that there's a real look-see into Arizona by a company that has no experience in election audits at all. So here's what we have in Arizona, just so you know. We have real ballots. Seriously, your ballots, real ballots in the hands of fake people who are pretending to do a thing so that they can keep the big lie alive. And you've seen what the big lies produced. Insurrection, violence, 138, almost 140 wounded police officers, and, go home in peace, we love you. Meanwhile, we got death as far as the eye can see with regard to, people who, somebody's trying to serve a warrant for a nonviolent crime. Oh, this story about Andrew Brown, this is getting to be a heartbreaker. I mean, it's like only in America, Bakari Salo said this, I believe, yesterday or today. He said, only in America could it be that the murder of black people would be interrupted by the murder of more black people. And how exhausting all this is becoming. And then on the heels of all of this death and all of this, you know what the story is with Andrew Brown, right? Okay. Andrew Brown is the last person to be executed by police officers with body cams, okay? I think there were like 6 or 7 or 10 officers that responded. Responded to what? Serving a warrant for a nonviolent crime? For 3 grams. They suspected he had 3 grams of cocaine. Oh, hell, I used to call that Friday night. And he ended up being shot at by all these officers. The family wanted to see the body cam from these officers. They got to see 20 seconds from one body cam. 20 seconds.